Hello and welcome back to my weekly series. It's the Road to Anywhere and I'm Booed FM. This is my Journeyman series where I just go on a random adventure and see where the road takes me. I'm loving making it, hopefully you're loving watching it, and that's why you keep coming back every week, and I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate it when you smash the like button. If you're brand new, feel free to subscribe, go and check out all my other stuff. Hopefully you'll stick around for anything new that I do. I've got quite a few little projects in the pipeline that I think most of you will like, hopefully. Now then, we're going into another year, and I've just done 2 years here at Aris. It's been great. We've had to build something with nothing really, and it's been a lot of fun playing in Greece. It's a league I've never been to before, but that's what the series is all about, isn't it? Learning, and I've really enjoyed it. But obviously, at the end of last season, we finished second in the Champions Group, which got us into the Champions League qualifiers. So I thought, bit of extra money here. Do I stay or do I go? I was thinking about leaving, but I thought I'd ask you guys and I'll see what you said in the comments. So, and I'll be honest with you, every single one of you that commented, which is quite a few of you, and I really do appreciate you taking the time to do it, said stay. Not one person, not one said leave, go somewhere new. So did I listen to you? Well, of course, I've stayed. I actually quite like it here at Aris. I think it's a great team, and I've enjoyed what we've been doing so far, kind of punching above our weight in a way, because I started with 2 million, like, you know, you've seen the first year. I had to build an entire club out of that money. Last year wasn't bad either. We managed to get a couple of players in and a few loans in. Obviously this year things were going to be different. I had the biggest war chest ever. I had close to 10 million. About 8 players left because they were all about 35. A lot of them old guys are signed at the very beginning just aren't good enough. They needed to go. We had a bit of money. I was hoping to sign a lot of players on the free. Some good quality loans. And I'll be honest with you, I'm so happy you all told me to stay, because it genuinely, it was one of the best fun summers I've had in a long time. Sometimes it's a chore, it's like a job on the rebuilds and so on. This was just pure pleasure, pure Football Manager fan pleasure putting this team together, and I had super high hopes for it. Now, if you look, you'll see the highest net transfer spender with 0 was me. But it does give you a little bit of information. 13 players left, 18 players came in. Now my backup keeper is still going to be Nikola Tasic, 29-year-old Serbian. He is a backup. He isn't happy because he's not played much. And I signed him. He's one of the first players I signed. Sticking with Raul. Again, I signed him when I first took over. His star rating don't blow you away, but he's a decent keeper. And to be fair, it's just one of them positions at the minute where even I've had some joy in other areas of the team, but for goalkeeper reasons, I don't know why. I just can't get anyone better. If I can't afford him. Now my first right back is Aslan. That's what I call him. Reminds me of the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. And he's a 26-year-old Kosovan, and he's one of the young free guys I signed when I first took over. He's pretty much been my right back for the last 2 years, so he's definitely staying. But I think I found a player that's really going to push him this year, and it is Raul Geiger. He's 26 years old. We've signed him on a free. He's come from Switzerland. He is Swiss. And I think he's good. I think he's got good pace, good tackling, good attributes really. So yeah, this is a great pickup. Over to left back, and it's actually sort of a right back. He's 33 now. He's one of the only real players that was at the team. Remember, John, when I signed, I had 6 players, 3 goalkeepers and 3 outfield players. One of them was Daniel, and he wanted to leave initially, but obviously we've had some decent success. So he's happy to stay. And again, some areas have had luck with, some areas you don't. So I just thought, you know what, as a kind of a backup left back, and he can play multiple positions, he's good enough to keep. Now we've signed a potential starter here, and I'm happy with this kid. On a free, he's come from the Ukraine, from a team I can't pronounce, and he's been in the Ukraine. He's played for quite a few teams over his career, but never really played up until the last season or 2. But he's just got released on a free. I think he's still a good age, and I think he's got great ability for our division. I love his work rate, his tackling. Over to the centre of defence, and absolutely buzzing with this young lad. Matthias Brun is Danish, 19. He's on a free, so he's left that club. Again, I'm not even going to try and pronounce him. And a few clubs came in for him, and obviously he's got no technicals, but he's got great tackling and marking, and that's all I care about. His positioning is very good, his physicals are good, he's got great potential. He's in our league at his age, he is a freaking wonder kid to me. So I was well excited. His probable partner is going to be Matthias Jacobsen, 21-year-old Danish lad. I like a Dane. So hopefully they can communicate well. He's worth a freaking load of money from Porto. Great potential, great ability as well. So, yeah, that's a great loan for us. Another free player, and another very good free player in my opinion, especially for this league. I think Marcelo Ortiz will be awesome. I think he will. And I was just buzzing this summer when I looked at all the guys that are all available on a free. I thought I'd pick up some good players here. And one of those good players, well, he used to be quite good, is Papadopoulos. That's what I call him. I know it's not his name, but Papadopoulos sounds better. Now, he's 36 years old, I know. And he was playing for our arch rival. I know, right? But he's got awesome experience. And last year, I might not have mentioned this, but when we were in the Europa League, I didn't have a full squad because I didn't have enough Greek players. So, you know, when you don't have enough players, you end up with like an 18-man squad, which is never helpful when you're already struggling. And so this year, I wanted to sign a few Greek players and get our contingent right. And then I signed another centre-half to fill out the squad. He was on a free anyway, and he's Greek. Mainly because he's Greek, but he's a decent squad player. Next up was another one of my little finds I was super happy with, Nico, who was released from Barcelona B. Now, he might not be good enough for Barcelona, or even Barcelona B. At 22, they've said, we've had enough of you. But for us, it's like signing Paul Scholes, in my opinion. I mean, I can't believe we've got him in my team. He could change everything for us in this division. Next up, I signed Christios. 25-year-old Greek lad, again, on a free. He was released by another one of our rivals, AEK Athens, where he didn't really get in the team much. But his all-round ability looks fantastic. Now, he is an AMC. I don't play with an AMC, but he's Greek, he's young, he's good. Similar thing with Petros Mantalos. He's 33, so he's a bit on the older side, but I still think he's got fantastic ability. Again, he was released from Athens, so they've dumped out two of their players, and I think, gobble gobble, thank you very much, they're decent enough for us. Again, I've signed another player on a free. Loads of freebies. This one is alright, he's 26 years old, mainly signed because he's Greek. Let's go to the business end of the team. We'll start on the right wing, and we've signed Jose Juan Murillo, a 20-year-old. We've got him on loan from Inter. Now, one thing I've realised, I don't know why, and a lot of players came up for loan this year, better than we've ever had. Options throughout this world. But Italian players, you don't have to pay them anything, any loan fees, just a bit of the wages. Whereas a lot of times, for some reason, being in Greece, the English teams want money off me. As well as pay part of the wages, they want money every month. So I thought concentrate on Italy, because it's cheaper, and there's some good players, so he's a brilliant winger. We've also picked up this lad who can play left and right, on loan, Polish. He's 22 years old, loads of ability, really excited by him. And before some of them good loans came available, I signed Nicola Sansone, I think his name is, from Bologna on a free. He's worth 1.3 million now, he's 32 years old. He's okay. I'm just happy we've managed to get a bit of a better quality than him, but he's still going to be a great asset. Don't forget, we've still got Petro, who can play up front, plays a lot up front. Star rating doesn't really reflect of how good a player he is. He's 30 now. I think he might have gone down a little bit, but he's going nowhere. We also still have Antonio Stupa. He's been here now a while. He looks crap, but he kind of puts in a performance for me now and again. So again, squad player. And then lastly, for my attacking midfielder players, we brought in Giuseppe Aiello, and only for the reason I saw him available from Inter. Can he fit in anywhere? Maybe he can play as a backup striker, play out on the wing maybe. He's just too good to say no. He was just too good, too cheap. Now striker-wise, I'd like a bit of depth. We've got Petro, who can cover. I've got a young Greek lad who's alright, he's just there because he's Greek. I've got another lad who's been here for a while, who's bang average, squad fillers. So I felt like I can't just rely on Petro, we needed strikers. So the first one we brought in is Aral Simser. He's Danish, got quite a few Danes this year. On loan from Dortmund, so Dortmund are quite good at loaning those players as well. I think he's great. I love his speed. The last player, and hopefully his strike partner with Petro as well, and the other guys, but hopefully them two can stay fit, because I think they'll be fine, is Jose Ramirez. I'm excited by Jose Ramirez. His contract had run out. It was the only transfer fee I've paid, I think, so far on the entire series, I think. I had to pay his team, who I've never heard of, 450 grand in compensation. Which ain't bad. I think he's brilliant. I think he'll be good for us. He's only 18. And like you saw when I first started the episode, we're predicted to be fourth, which is fair enough. I mean, Olympiacos, PA, OK are our arch rivals, aren't they? We've got some good battles with them, and Athens are good as well. It's just, I think we finished, what, 3rd and 2nd? We deserve a little bit more respect because I think I've easily got, when they fit, the best team we've had yet. Oh wow, did I try and test them? To be fair, some of these were set up. I did a few. I know it's quite a lot, to be fair. Started off a bit ropey, playing some good teams though. But if we want to feel really good, we want to get as far as we could into the Champions League, maybe even make the Champions League, but we had the odds stacked against us. No one really fancies us, a team that's been stuck together. But we're going to try our best. We started off our campaign in the Champions Cup, best place, 2nd qualifying round, leg 1. Have that. And we drew 0-0, although Papadopoulos got man of the match. We then went to their place, and my old right back / left back, Daniel Sundgren, got us a freaking penalty, didn't he? And we won on away goals. They scored as well, obviously. They were probably better than us. It was then back to sort of Eastern Europe, is it? I think Czech Republic, isn't it? We went to Croatia, now to Czech Republic to play Victoria. And Jose Ramirez, my little star man who cost me 450 grand, got us a winner in the 93rd minute. And then in the Champions Cup, best place, 3rd qualifying round, leg 2, we bored our way through. They probably edged it in quality, but who cares? We did enough. The 0-0 was enough. Our away goal took us through. Getting really good this. I was proper enjoying it. Then it was on for probably one of our toughest tests. Play Belgian side. Belgium got some good players. They've got good teams now. The league's improved. A lot of quality there. So I was a bit worried. So we got there. They scored late on. I thought, because it was an even game. It was proper even. And then luckily my was he from Athens? The guy just got threw away from Athens. We've snatched him up, who I think is a great player. We scored his penalty a few minutes later. So 1-1, would it be enough? It didn't matter if it would be enough because we battered him. What a performance this was. The best so far. We really turned it on against probably our best opposition in my opinion. So this gave me loads of confidence, loads of hope that on our day we can do stuff here. I mean, some great goals. 4 different goal scorers, total domination in the game on the ball, with the chances, so that was it. Champions Cup best place, playoff leg 2. We won, and we were in the freaking Champions League. And we got drawn in the group of death. Real Madrid, Napoli who beat us in pre-season, Monaco are always pretty freaking good, and then little old Aris, with a team that's been stuck together with a bit of blue tack, some sellotape, and a bit of string. Do you know what though? We're going to give it our best. This season, honestly, it's going to have ups, downs, weird moments, sad moments. But do you know what? Brilliant. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. So let's carry on. Now, obviously, I've only played 1 game and we're top of the league. But I felt really good about this. I was so happy we're doing this 3rd season because I felt like I had the best squad now. I felt like the club's, for where we're at, is financially sound and we're in the Champions League. So you instantly get another like 10 million straight away. All that money's going to come eventually. I'm starting to get my own team here. We've got a load of good young players. The board, we're just happy getting the top half. We were runners up last year. I want to be challenging for a title. Champions League's be competitive. Just looking at that group made me want to cry. But we'll get into that in a bit. Greek Cup gets to the semi-final. That's what they wanted last year. I think that's where we got last year, was it? Well, it's January the 17th. I thought we could start here with the league. And we find ourselves at this point 3rd. Although we've only lost 1 game. You can see what you're competing with Olympiacos. They're like the Paris Saint-Germain of Greece. More money, more quality, can't be beaten. So they're undefeated, only drawn 2 games. So we're already quite a few points away. So I'll be honest with you, at this stage, I was thinking the title isn't going to happen, but at least if we can compete, get in that top 3 again and stay consistent, that's a good thing. And we've still scored 34 goals, which isn't too bad. But it's 3 teams I want to be getting better than, who are scoring more than us. So yeah, that's the one thing, that I've got 2 good strikers. One's ours, one on loan, and then Petro obviously. It's just, yeah, we're lacking. Defensively though, happy. Keeper's decent. Back 4's the best we've had yet. It's good. And I think it's showing. Obviously Olympiacos does bloody brilliant. These are the results in the league so far, and you know, we had some good games. Olympiacos beat us 2-0. We beat our rivals, which is always a positive. Drew with Athens. Do you know what I mean? But we've had some really good games, and you know, like I said, we've only been beat up Olympiacos. But we still had the Greek Cup, and we've actually played our 6th round legs in the Greek Cup. And we started off against Triple S, we were favourites, and we got beat at home 1-0, so that was brilliant, because I was thinking, might win this year. What a way to start it. Never fear, Joe Satan, Aral are here. Even-ish game, or they probably had more chances, well they did have more chances, but we did play better. I think we deserved it, and we've sneaked through on away goals. But there was a bigger challenge. The league's a challenge, the Greek Cup's always going to be a challenge. But we are little Aris FC. Home of Alexander the Great in the Champions League. Now Alexander conquered most of the known world. We just wanted to try and conquer a little bit of it. But could we realistically do anything in the group of death? Boom! You can beat us in pre-season, but when the gets real, I was a shot to you. Petro, man. We scored in the first minute, which was awesome. And we actually matched him toe statistically. Outplayed him every part of the freaking pitch. Just got to clap my boys, haven't you? This was a defensive display. It was like us playing my old tactic that I used to call the wall. We just shut up shop. Nico and the freaking left back scoring the goals. Nico, what a player. Barcelona, what have you done? Then we played the best team ever in the history of Europe, Real Madrid, and they showed us what the real Champions League is all about. They came to our place. Absolutely. Tore us a new one, but you know what? We all got up and clapped them off. We were just to have Real Madrid at our place. I don't care if they beat us 10-0. And then it was off to the Bernabeu, and we got battered again 3-0. But we're playing Real Madrid. You just got to take this in. Imagine you're an Aris fan. You get to go to watch your team play Real Madrid in Madrid at the Bernabeu. And those 6 points turn into 9. We beat Napoli again. You battered us in pre-season. We beat you twice in Europe. This game was a lot closer though. I mean, pretty even. I mean, don't forget, it's just 4-4-2 or 4-2-4, whatever way you want to look at it. Bog standard roles. Not a lot going on. I tweaked it a bit more last year compared to the old easy version I used at the other clubs. I think sometimes overcomplicating things overcomplicates things. This game is not as hard as some people might make you believe. Although we couldn't overcome Monaco in Monaco, but they're still a very good team. And we still put up a fight. We scored 2 goals. It is what it is. Hey! Second! By a good few freaking points. Napoli didn't win a game. Monaco only won 1 game, that was against us. We won 3, lost 3. And it was enough. Real Madrid are awesome, but it's Real Madrid. We've drawn Mauricio Pochettino's. He's still at Spurs because this isn't the updated database. Everything new I'm doing now is the updated database. The next video I've got coming out, like a one-off special, that's got all the winter updates. Let's have a look at some of the players that are doing it for me. And I actually forgot to show you one of my players. I don't know how I missed him. It's because he's like a central midfielder who can play on the left. And I really liked him. And it is Facundo Waller. Now we got him on a free from Plaza Colonia. He's come from the 2nd division in Uruguay. Now, I don't get that. I'm guessing he's a Plaza lad. He's played for them on and off. Now, did he go to Nacional because they got relegated and he's gone back to Plaza and his contract's run up? I don't know. I think he's brilliant. I was surprised we've got him. He's the highest wage we can offer is 15 grand, so luckily that was enough for him. And this is the whole squad arranged by average rating. You see Waller is my 2nd best player. My best player is Nico. Them 2 in the middle are awesome. Obviously Waller can cover out on the left. We've got Murillo on the right, who is a beast. Like I said though, it's goals. We need someone who can score a ton of goals. Now in the past, Petro has been a 20 goal a year guy in the last 2 seasons. This year, goals have dried up. He has got a little worse. He's still playing. Sometimes he's playing out wide more. Well, we got another lesson Andy Tours in the Champions League. Obviously we had Tottenham. They came to our place and kind of killed it in that first leg. He could not see us going there and scoring the million goals we needed to score. We were just outclassed. And then we were outclassed again at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They didn't score as many this time, but they battered us 10-2 in aggregate. It was just nice to score a couple of goals. So with us out of the Champions League, we could concentrate on all things Greek, So it's back to the Greek Cup, and we played Panathinaikos and beat them 1-0. Did enough, although we were way better. Should have scored more. A bit more even away from home, and it was 1-1, even scoreline. But we did enough again. Scraped through 2-1. Now, for the life of me, I cannot pronounce their name, so I ain't even trying. You do it for me now. Thanks. Such a good friend. Yeah, beat them 2-0 away from home, but was job done. With the mad, passionate Aris fans behind us, we did enough. We drew 0-0, 2-0 in aggregate, booking our place in the final of the Greek Cup. And it had to be, didn't it? Greek Cup final against our city rival. A derby in the cup final. Forget Olympiacos, that would have been a challenge. Athens would have been good. But this is the derby. Makes it magic, doesn't it? When it came to the league, we obviously got in the top 6, so we're going to go into the Champions Group. But I was kind of disappointed by this stage. Being 20 points off the top, miles off second, and 7 points behind our arch rival we've got in the cup final. A lot of Europe, I think, played a major factor in taking away some of our ability to win games in the league. Obviously, we've got all the way to a cup final as well, and it shows in the league, I think. But we still have the usual crew doing the business. Some of the players have let me down a bit this year. Some of the guys I thought would be really good haven't been. But again, they've been stretched. I've played loads of games. Some of these lads, like, look, Nico's played 42 games. We've had a lot of football this year, and we are stretched out, but still, loads to play for. And to be fair, we did ourselves quite proud here, I think. We managed to scrape third. I'll show you the results now. So we got past PLK. We're 7 points behind them at the start of the group stage. But I've had this before. We've kind of gone off the boil in the league, but when it gets to the group stage, I don't know if it's a built-in thing. I don't think it would be, but it seems like your form gets better. So you can see there, look, like the last 2 league games lost. We won 1, drew 1, lost. No, it was a bit all over the show, but then see us when we get to the Super League group. We got beat up Olympiacos, we managed to draw with them. We drew with Athens, but we won everything else. It's like we turn it on another year for some reason. We had a cup final to play against our arch rival, city rival. Let's find out. Well, yeah, we won it, and do you know what? Buzzing with it, because they're a good team. We've had some great battles with them in the past. This was a bit of a battle. Possession-wise, they edged it, I think. I just didn't think it was going to happen. I thought it was going to go on and on and on. Until Jose Ramirez, a kid, I thought was going to be a lot better than he was this year. He's had a few frustrating moments. Decided to turn it on when it really mattered. He got man of the match. His goal was pretty decent. It was a good through ball, a bit of one of the typical through balls you get on the game this year. But it seemed to go past a lot of players. He got onto it and he finished it brilliantly. So really proud of this, because you know, I am contemplating leaving. So I always like to leave winning something. So to win the Greek Cup, I think, is fantastic. Now the club's won it twice. Obviously we just won it. The last time they won it was in 1970. All the league titles they won back in the day. This is a club with a bit of history that's very old. So they needed something, and I think I might have put them on a good footing. With some good players, I know there's some loans there, but we've got a good foundation now. We've got money in the bank. And what I did was, just in case, because I felt I want them to be good, even if I go, was I give out new contracts to everyone, even the guys who've only been here a year, because a lot of these guys like Nico and the good players, they wanted little tiny minimum fee, but these clauses that I couldn't change. Now we've had a good year with us, they didn't want him. And if they did want a fee, I could put a massive one in. So a lot of these guys are locked in, especially when they've got 34 mil in the bank, and whoever comes in's got loads of money in the wage budget, loads of money to spend. The future's bright at Aris. But is it my future? Well, I don't know. I think 3 years is enough. I'll be honest with you, on my last road to anywhere, I was only at one club, and that was Salernitana for 4 years. Everywhere else I did maximum of 3 or less. So it's a decision I think I'm going to make myself. No matter what you guys say in the comments, I need to think about this myself. Is it really worth it? Are you guys really going to be interested in seeing another Greek campaign, or should I just resign? Job done. Got me a nice little trophy. My reputation's gone up. You know what I mean? Job opportunities should be easier to get. And go somewhere else. Somewhere else random as anything that I've never been before. That road's a good road to walk down. It can take you anywhere, and I do love that. So I've got some thinking to do, but I just want to say thank you, as always, for supporting the series, for coming back weekly to watch it. It really does mean a lot to me. Make sure you smash that like button. If you want to help me out, you can always pledge to my Patreon. And comment down below, let me know what you think of it so far. And also, keep your eye out, because The Munchkin Club may have ended, bit of a cliffhanger, but I've got a few random videos coming out over the next few weeks that you might enjoy, you might not. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, stay safe, stay happy. If you ever want to talk, you know where I am. I'm Bood. I'll see you next week.